So you got married to a Portuguese. Congratulations. I mean, the Portuguese is also lucky to have a Filipina or Filipino spouse. So you two are lucky to have each other. Congratulations to both of you. Now you and your spouse might be discussing or already taking the next steps. And if one of the topics is getting you move here to Portugal, then this video might be for you. Hi mga Zayenzong, my name is Jai and I live here in Portugal for almost 4 years now, I think. I moved here because I got married to a Portuguese. So I created this video or dedicated this video to my kababayan or other Filipinos who got married to a Portuguese and is planning to move here in Portugal to actually live here or settle down here together with their Portuguese partner. Also, I received a couple of comments in my other social media platform asking about how to acquire a residence visa or asking me to share my experience on how to acquire a residence visa here in Portugal. So let's begin. Before we begin, just a very important disclaimer from my side. Firstly, this process that I'll be sharing to you only applies to Filipinos, Pinay or Pinoy, who are married to a Portuguese national. If you are married to a non-Portuguese who is currently living in Portugal and you want to move here in Portugal, this process does not apply to you. Same goes if you're holding a tourist visa, you're not married to any EU nationality, but you want to stay longer in Portugal, or you're looking for a work or student permit or other purposes, this process does not apply to you. Okay, so this process again only applies to Pinoys or Pinays who are married to a Portuguese nationality. Secondly, while watching the video, please keep in mind that the process can vary based on individual circumstances. So always check the latest requirements and regulations on the CEF website, which I will share as well on the description box below, or consult any legal experts if needed. Acquiring a residence card is not the first step in the process after marriage. If you're coming from the Philippines, you need to get first a type C or short-term visa for you to be able to travel to Portugal. Why do you need to do this? Because unlike other European countries, acquiring a residency card here in Portugal follows a different procedure. As of today, after checking, I checked it, maybe this process will change next week or whatever, but for now, as a Filipino married to a Portuguese citizen, you can get your residency card once you are here in Portugal, and for you to do that, then you need a valid visa to travel legally to Portugal. Additionally, it is important to note that there is no Portuguese embassy in the Philippines. Instead, the Greek embassy has a jurisdiction over providing a short-term visas for Filipinos who wants to visit Portugal. So if you have not completed this step, please go ahead and check the Greek embassy's website and check the information, or you can call them on how you can travel to Portugal as a Filipino married to a Portuguese citizen. Okay, then considering that you are already in Portugal and now preparing to apply for your residency card, the first step is for you to schedule an appointment with Serviço de Estrangeiros e Fronteiras. I am so sorry for my very bad Portuguese pronunciation, but yes, schedule an appointment first with CEF. I will put their website down in the description box below. Don't worry about the requirements just yet, okay? I suggest that you call CEF for an appointment as early as possible when you arrive in Portugal. I am not saying, or I'm not suggesting that you call them immediately right after, like upon arrival. No, not like that, of course. In my case, we called CEF 1 week after I arrived in Portugal. So I suggest prioritizing getting the appointment first for two important reasons. First one is the slot availability, and second is getting in touch with CEF. Yes, Zai and Zong, yung pagtawag nyo pa lang sa CEF to secure an appointment, medyo challenge na siya. It is important to note that it's not only Filipinos who try to secure an appointment for residency. So when you call for an appointment, then it's expected na no one will answer, or you won't be able to get through to SEF or wala talagang answer at all. Of course, this is case-to-case scenario. I know that some of my Filipina friends here managed to get through SEF right away and get their appointment, while others medyo nag-wait pa talaga sila dyan ng mga ilang days, and they keep calling every day para lang makapasok. And once you have your appointment scheduled, then you can start taking care of your requirements. I know, walang katabas ang requirements, like after mong mag-process ng requirements sa marriage, process ng requirements for your visa to go here, now another requirements for you to get your residency card. Pero just be patient. Once you have this, medyo matagal-tagal pa yung kasunod na requirements, which is your citizenship already. So but then let's focus first on your residency. So now, what are the requirements or documents that you need to prepare for the residency? The first document is the proof certifying the entitlement of family reunification. So in our case, this is the marriage contract. When applying for residency card, they will look for your Portuguese marriage contract, okay? So if you already have this, then that's good. But if you have not transcribed or registered your marriage here in Portugal, then make sure to do that. You can visit the nearest civil registry in your location and then register the marriage. Once it's transcribed, they will provide you a Portuguese marriage contract or a copy of your Portuguese marriage contract. Then you can use this one. Next is the evidence of adequate subsistence or your financial means. When I applied for this, when I was taking care of all the requirements, I didn't have any job, so I don't have any financial means to support myself. We used my husband proof of financial means because, of course, anyway, I am married to him. So in my case, we brought my husband's bank statement here in Portugal and also work contract. That will help as well if you have anything or any proof of financial means from your husband. That will help. So in our case, we brought those two documents and accept naman siya. Actually, they just checked, I think, the work contract, and that's it. But they did not even keep it. They just read it through. Okay, next is your proof of address. So here, of course, your husband, your Portuguese husband or wife can also support you here. You're living with them, right? So that's considered to be your proof of address. In my case, what we submitted this time or yung dinala namin na document is our house contract or my husband's house contract. So it has his name and also the address where we are currently living and also our water bill. So water bill niya, like previous water bill na andun yung pangalan niya and the address. So we just brought these two documents and chinek lang naman nila. Actually, don't keep it. I think it's only the water bill that they took. But yeah, that time I remember talagang nagdadala kami ng extra additional document per requirement just to make sure. Next is your número de identificação fiscal or NIF or número de contribuinte. In English, your tax number. So when you're getting residency card, they will ask for your tax number. So here your Portuguese spouse can also support you. You can get this at the nearest Serviço de Finanças offices near you. And the next is your social security. Actually, me, when I applied, I didn't have any social security because I didn't have a job. Technically, they will provide the social security number once you have a job, but it's weird. That's why it's a really case-to-case scenario here, because in my case, when I applied, I didn't have social security and it was okay. And when I called social security, they also told me, you know, if you don't have a job, then we will not give you a social security. But I know a Pinay, she's a friend and she managed to acquire or get a social security kahit wala siyang work. Actually, hindi lang isa. Dalawa na ata sila. Yung isa recent lang yun. So, then you can visit the nearest social security office or call them and inquire if you can get a social security number kahit wala kang work, and you can say that you are currently applying for a residency card. So, next is the criminal record certificate. Okay, so the criminal record here, guys, is not the NBI. I asked a Filipino friend who recently applied for a residency residency card, and she told me, she's married to a Portuguese, okay? She told me that she was asked for the criminal record, but not NBI, okay? What's the difference then? NBI, you get it from the Philippines, of course. It's a document from the Philippines. The criminal record certificate is something you can get here in Portugal. So you can get your criminal record at, guys, let me read this because it's really long. You can get the criminal record at Direção Geral da Administração da Justiça. So, okay, again, sorry for my Portuguese pronunciation. I will put that as well in the description box below so that it's clear to you. So you can get your criminal record there. So nung kumuha ko ng criminal record ko here sa Portugal, they only asked for my ID. So of course, I presented my passport. So don't forget to bring your passport. Always bring your passport. It's the only valid ID you have that they honor here. Of course, your passport that has your valid visa. Speaking of, when you apply, or one of the requirements is also your valid passport with the valid visa. You also need to bring 2 recent photographs. I think the size is the passport size. The application form. So the application form is something that you can download online, or you can also get this pagdating nyo mismo dun sa CEF office. It's available. But if you want to like fill in the information ahead of time, then go ahead and visit the website and download the form. Also, the termo de responsabilidad. I'm pretty sure that you are all familiar with this already. You also need the termo as one of the documents needed or requirements when applying for a residency. So if you have a copy already on hand, then that's good. But I know that there are also forms available in the CEF office. And lastly, I'm pretty sure your spouse will go with you, but if they don't, then you need to have their national ID. Okay, then once you're done with all your requirements, then you can sit back, relax, and enjoy Portugal while waiting for your appointment. That's our step 3, attending your appointment. So on the day of your appointment, okay, make sure that you have all the documents ready. Always check them. Make sure kompleto siya para hindi ka pabalik-balik. And also, you need to be there in person. So me, in my case, my husband went with me. They're really, really nice. There's no interview per se, like talaga alam mo yung interview na anong ginagawa mo dito, kailan ka kasal. No, nothing like that actually. I was not interviewed at all, and based din sa feedback ng recent Pinays I know, hindi din sila na-interview ng mga ganon. They went there, they submitted their application. Of course, the CEF officer will ask you, okay, what kind of document is this? Do you have your NIF? So they will ask these things, right? But it's mostly related to the requirements, to the documents you are presenting to them. Now, if they need something more, they are really clear kung ano yung gusto nilang kunin sa'yo. And if you don't speak Portuguese, merong mag-help for you to understand. And that's why it would be nice if your spouse can go with you, because if no one can speak Portuguese sa CEF office kung saan ka naka-schedule, then they're actually, I think they will allow your husband to go, and the husband can help translate to you kung ano yung mga need, if there's additional information needed from your side. And then aside from that, of course, you need to pay some fees and then do some biometrics, and that's it, done. So then congratulations after that, because it's like, I swear to God, once you have it done, you have this big relief from you. Okay, it's not because you're done with the requirements, only because I swear it means that you have now the possibility to stay in Portugal longer and also live like a resident and work here legally. And the last part is, of course, receiving your residency card, the most important, the most awaited step. So based on my experience and also some of the Pinays who recently applied, we received our residence card almost at the same time frame. It's like 2 weeks after the application. Okay, the application given na walang additional requirements needed, okay? So ma-receive mo siya through mail. I think, even up to now, I think through mail. It depends na ata. But if that change, again, depende siya sa CEF office kung saan kayo nag-a-apply. So, as you know, this card will grant you legal residence in Portugal, and this will also allow you to work legally in Portugal. By the way, I have created a separate video for that. You may want to check it out. So there you have it, guys. I hope that this video helped you a little bit. Always remember again that the process can vary based on individual circumstances. So always check the latest requirements and regulations from SEF, or you can even consult a legal expert if needed. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to our channel, please. And if you have any questions related to this video, please go ahead and put it in the comment section below. I will try to answer as much as I can. Also, if you have any personal experiences when applying a residence card, then please go ahead and share that in the comment section below as well. So thank you so much for watching, and I wish you good luck with your residency card application. Portugal is a very beautiful country, nice people, and the food is really good.